Alright, this is 5 good comic book covers. There used to be months between these, but now I've done a few at a decent rate. These are the videos where I show off some covers that I have seen and that have caught me eye and I think are good but people didn't think of much. This is never going to feature in one of them. But I also have noticed that these videos, they all follow the same equation. There is a Spider-Man cover, there is 2 Excellent Men covers, there is a Superman cover, and then there is a DC cover with characters running at you. So first, here is a Spider-Man cover. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue 403. Cover art by Martin Bagels. I think this is his first appearance on one of these videos. This is just a really good cover. There is some degree of nostalgia involved here. But come on, this is a good cover. We have got Spider-Man chained up and he is surrounded by a cast of some of his villains. And also Karnag, who has turned his hand into a mace to batter over Spider-Man's head. Another thing I like is that most of the villains are Jim Tomatis' ones. So this is a great cover with some of my favourite overlooked Spider-Man villains. Chameleon, Vermin Man, Sharif, Curry Man. If you didn't like this cover just because it comes from the 90s, then you are an idiot. Now it is time for the first of our 2 Excellent Men covers. This is Classical Excellent Men number 50 by Stephen Lightbulb. This showcases the characters that Christopher Clairvoyant wrote out of the book and pushed into the background and made irrelevant. Miss Magnets and her sexy legs. Snowman, who is blatantly checking her out because he's not gay yet. Squealy is surprisingly up front. And Wingman is there as well. One thing that I really appreciate about this cover is we have Pillock in the background and he's like artistically mixed in with the black background. And what you can do if you hate the character as much as I do, you can just download this cover and quite easily remove them in Microsoft Paint and just replace them with black. It would completely set off the composition of the cover a lot though. A second helping of the Excellent Men. This is Uncanny Excellent Men 280. Dr. X, he has fallen in battle. And we have got this great emotional piece with Cyclist firing his optic blasts into the sky in agony like he does on most good covers. Then we have got members of the Excellent Men in the background, drawn tremendously by Jimmy Lee. I think this is also Jimmy Lee's first appearance in one of these videos. Jimmy Lee, of course, he is Stanley Lee's little brother. This issue also is a bit of a landmark because it marks the end of Christopher Clairvoyant's run on Uncanny Excellent Men. He doesn't even write this one, but it's like the end of his boring long-running plots. It's nice that it ends with a really effective and underappreciated cover. Here is the Superman one, Jerry Ordinary. This is Adventurings of Superman 424. And some people might think that they are more iconic Superman covers, but to them, I say shut up, this is my list, and I think that this is the most iconic Superman cover of all time. What's that you say? What about Action and in Comics number 1? That one had too much car on it. It was more like a cover for a comic all about cars than a comic about the most recognisable superhero in the world. What about that one, Superman number 1, with him flying and the oval-shaped background? Who cares about that one? Look, he has got like a pet eagle, mate. Brilliant. Best Superman cover ever. And here is our one of DC heroes coming towards you. This is Mega Drive number 4, and it also has Electric Superman up front. This is by David Allen, and I have said before that I have a complicated relationship with his art, and this definitely falls into the period where his art started feeling samey and phoned in. I do place all the blame on him only ever collaborating with the same inker who makes all of the faces look identical and lack any detail. Quite like this cover, would have loved to see it inked and coloured by someone else to really bring out the quality of this piece. I mention the colouring because Captain Ataman is miscoloured. This is a nice picture showing us some of the DC universe as they were in the mid to late 90s, and I appreciate that a lot. Those were my 5 covers that follow the same trend of all the other videos. Though maybe I sounded like I was coming down too hard on this one. I like it. I think David Allen, he drew a good cover and it was just a bit undone by the other hands involved with it. I didn't know who this character is, this woman. But other than her and some of the League of a Superman who I didn't really know, all the characters on this cover are some of my favourites. Well, this is stupid. I've got the card and you can't really see that I've put the covers up behind it. Which of these 5 covers was your favourite? Which ones didn't you like? Isn't this Superman cover iconic? Comment down below with stuff like that. Maybe even recommend some covers that you want us to track down or find to include in one of these videos. Like make a case for why I should include the cover for Excellent Force 61. I rate these 5 pieces of comic book art as 7 thumbs up. I'm going to include this in the thumbnail just to show off that I have a first printing of Cable's first appearance. That's so fucking lame.